Tom Cruise, which is famous for performing his own stunts, let is be jumping out from top of building or jumping out from a cliff with his motorbike. He can do absolutely anything. So today I am gonna explain his recently launched movie Mission Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1. So let's get started. At the start of the movie we see a Russian submarine Sevastopol, in which an officer starts a machine by combining two keys. That machine is basically AI computer which can hack whole world's computer and can show any virtual information available in world. Then after turning on machine the officers comes out. Then after seeing in radar there one officer tells them that something is coming rapidly fast towards us. Then the commanding officers orders him to blast that thing. Then officers fires missile towards it. When missiles reaches there was nothing and instead that missile is coming back towards them. The commanding officer orders to destroy that missile but at very next second the missile bombards the submarine and the submarine gets destroyed killing all the officers present in the submarine. At next we got to see officer floating with the key in his neck. Scene shifts to Ethan. Ethan is seeing some of his old documents and recalls how he became a IMF agent. Then he gets a task to capture Ilsa. Ilsa has other part of the key, then scene shifts to Ilsa. Many people are behind Ilsa and Ilsa is killing every one of them with sniper. Ethan also reaches there. When Ethan reaches near Ilsa he sees that Ilsa is dead. After some days in a meeting agents tells that they got a clue that Russia made a AI computer which has every information around world which also includes all the nuclear missiles and much more. And that computer can be a threat to the world. One of the officers asks if that computer is so intelligent than what he is doing in ocean. And then a head officer says he is in ocean by his own wish. He also destroyed his own submarine Sevastopol. But as of now no one is controlling that AI. Because to control that AI the two keys are required from which one was with Ilsa but she got killed. At next moment a man comes and gives one mask to Eugene the head of department and one blasts occurs in office. That guy is no other than Ethan itself. Ethan says to Eugene that he saved Ilsa and he has a key and he will find other key too. Then Ethan lefts. Because of the act which he did the agent are sent behind Ethan to capture him. After some days a agent with a team comes in Dubai airport for finding Ethan. When they saw Ethan in security camera all the officers grab him but he was not Ethan. Ethan is in another place with his teammates Luther and Benji. And they also successfully hacked system because of which Ethan was seen in every security camera. And then scene shifts to another place where Ethan started his mission. He puts his advanced glasses where he sees a buyer which has another part of key. Then Ethan starts moving towards him. Then he sees that the key transferred from buyer to another girl. Ethan then starts following that girl and Benji starts to find information of that girl, and he finds that her name is Grace and he is one of the famous thief in world and he has various allegations. Then others find out a bag in which a bomb is placed and Benji goes to defuse it. In next scene Grace got caught by Ethan. And then Ethan takes other part of the key from Grace and Ethan puts a lighter in Grace's pocket and says that he will safely get her out of that place. In other hand Benji already defused the bomb. When Ethan is moving with Grace he sees that other agents are here to capture Ethan. In all this mess Grace manages to get keys from Ethan and disappears. Then Ethan sees Gabriel and he trembles and starts removing people from places. In her side IMF finds photos of Ethan and Grace and they thinks this both are connected. Then the scene shifts to Grace where she got caught with a lot of money by officers. But the officers takes her to a head officer which is none other than Ethan. Ethan asks her about key. Grace says that this work is given by an unknown person to her. Where she has to heist this keys and sell to a buyer with this work. They also told her that a person named Ethan will stop you. After which again Grace runs from Ethan where he runs by car and Ethan follows her with his bike. This scene was awesome though. Then Jessifer and his agent captures Grace but Ethan saves her, but they both got surrounded by officers but suddenly a girl named Paris starts attacking officers. After which Ethan puts handcuffs in Grace and starts driving through the streets of Rome. In all this she gets free from handcuff. After which she locks Ethan to the steering and escapes. Then Ethan escapes from car and sees Benji who had brought Luther and Ilsa with his full team. Then they all goes to their base where they comes to know Grace is gonna send all keys to a party. And they have to reach there before her. Benji says that the bomb which he defused was controlled by a very strong AI. Where Ethan says Gabriel must have placed bomb with AI. He says that he knows Gabriel and he is very dangerous. Ilsa also says that Gabriel is a monster and she knew this because of MI6. Ethan says this was done by AI. Luther was there because of AI. He says that AI want to save him but he don't know why. Ethan says if AI is doing all these then AI also knows where we are. Currently there is reason behind all this. Scene shifts to party. Grace comes to party where Gabriel asks for keys to Grace and Grace says I don't think I work for you. Next second we see there was Paris standing. Actually Paris, Ilsa and Gabriel was working for AI and they only don't know about this. And then Ethan comes there. After which Alana comes there too. Now Alana says that Gabriel told me to buy this keys. Then Ethan asks Gabriel what is your profit in all this? Gabriel says that in future I will work for Alana and well get lot of money from it. And then he signals Grace and then fight start. Then Grace and Ethan starts running. Grace gets away from Ethan. And Ethan asks Benjean to help him. And Benjean says that Grace is near bridge. Benjean gets shocked because without his saying how this voice came. And he realizes they got hacked by AI. Paris comes between Ethan and Ethan defeats Paris. And he goes toward bridge in other side Gabriel comes between Grace. And Gabriel defeats and then Ilsa comes from behind and then he also kills Ilsa. Grace says that Gabriel has keys and he gonna deal that keys in some train with Elena. Then Benjean and his teammates makes plan they decide to put mask of Elena to Grace and send her in train and Ethan will also put mask of his brother and go in train. And then Luther tells Ethan that their system got hacked because of which they broke whole computer but because the hard disk suddenly stopped working AI failed to completely delete his footprints from computer because of which we can find AI. Ethan says that only Gabriel knows about AI. And AI want to kill me because he is afraid that I will destroy AI. Ethan says I will not kill Gabriel until I know how to destroy AI. Then scene shifts. And the machine which produces mask is not working. So there is only Elena's mask left which Grace wears. Ethan says to find information about how to operate keys. In next scene Gabriel is in train. Gabriel kills driver and increases speed of train and he also fails train brakes. After which Grace with Elena mask comes to sell keys. That buyer was none other than IMF leader Eugene. She asked keys uses but he also didn't know about its uses. In other scene person named Denlinger he want to join Gabriel and Paris. Gabriel asks what he knows about AI. He says in Russia basic model of AI was made it was so advanced that it destroyed his own submarine it was designed in such a way that it will improve itself over a time. Gabriel asks how many people know about this. Then Denlinger says only me and now you too. Then Gabriel kills Denlinger and also tries to kill Paris but Paris saves herself. In next scene Benjean suggests Ethan to jump from a bike from a cliff and land in top of train. Yes this is that most iconic scene of our lead actor Tom Cruise which is Ethan. And then Ethan lands in top of train. In train real Elena comes in train and says his men to kill Grace. And suddenly Ethan's enters and saves Grace. Now Gabriel starts running with keys. Grace goes to engine room to stop train. And in other scene Gabriel is in top of train and Ethan follows him. And we see a awesome fight between this two. He was nearly going to kill Gabriel but Gabriel says he is the only one who knows about AI. After which Jessifer comes and stops him. The second Ethan gets up Gabriel jumps from train and goes into truck and now Ethan's goes to stop train. After which Gabriel which his phone destroys front bridge. Grace gets upset because of destruction which will happen because of keys. But then Ethan says don't be upset I got the keys from Gabriel during the fight. Smart guy. And now Ethan separates engine from compartments. And first engine fall down from bridge. And before the compartments falls they both jumps from train and almost gonna die but Paris saves them both. Ethan then asks about keys. And Paris says Sevastopol. Which is submarine at start of movie after which Paris also died. Now Ethan says Grace to go met director of IMF Zinc. And with parachute he goes forward. Now Ethan goes and shows keys to Benjean. After which Grace says to Zinc that he now also trusts us. And Ethan said to make Grace IMF agent and to erase her past. Zinc likes this idea and do it so. At end we see AI submarine underneath Russian ocean and movie ends. Thanks for watching hope you enjoyed it.